Hello everybody and welcome to part 7 of the Outer Worlds playthrough. Today we are going to be doing, I think, both quests kind of thing, but predominantly the quest called Comes Now the Power, which is a part of the main story quest, which is Stranger in a Strange Land, which is to find a power regulator. I sounded American then. To find that, I need to divert power from the geothermal plant. The problem with doing that is that would cut off the deserters, as Reed Thompson would call them, who are living their own lives in a separate community. I think camped out at Botanical Lab north of Edgewater. So that's the Botanical Lab. We never made it there, but this is the geothermal plant. As you can see, from the last few videos, if you haven't watched them, we visited quite a few places and we found some quite good gear. But just so you know, if you come out towards the back of Edgewater to the landing pad, you might see me speak to Silas and get his quest. So it's Ludwig. Oh my god, dude, move. There is a workbench there where you can add mods, but if you go around the back, there's a normal vending machine, and at these you kind of just get food and maybe some weapons, maybe armor. Nothing really more than that. I'm gonna buy that. I will tell you how to do the mods in a second. I am actually just having a look at these. Alright, that's as much as I'm spending. But yeah, so it does have some weapons. Oh my god, it's moving. You can find these generally yourself. Yeah, but then if you go here, there's a T&L. And this has some pretty valuable stuff. Like I just bought this, the security blade. It does 83 damage. It uses shock and it has a special effect of bleed. So I kind of bought that. And you can buy that auto mag pistol that I already have. I found that at, where was it? I think it was called the community center there. That's where I found it. But anyway, so what we're going to be doing today, I just wanted to give you that information just so you knew. Can I explain the vending machine situation? I'm not like fully on it, but I've got some ideas. So this is the board approved stuff, so there's some more stuff here. There's like an impact hammer and things like that. Then you've got the same Taste of Freedom type of thing. Alright, so the quest that we're doing. We are going to deliver Reed's message. If you saw, I think part 3, maybe part 4, we got Parvati, that's it, Parvati as a companion, and we also got this quest, and we need, well, as the description is, Reed asks you to deliver a message to Adelaide and her deserters. Come back to town. Oh, that didn't make sense. He asks you to deliver a message, come back to town because he's cutting off their power. Adelaide and her people are camped out in the Botanical Lab north of Edgewater. We spoke to the vicar about it, but we didn't have high enough intelligence to get his view. But we can also just go and divert power, but we're not going to do that. I'm going to give them warning because I kind of don't want to. I kind of feel like, although this whole the whole game is about like how everyone's so invested in these corporations, they're almost like their presidents, like literally. I suppose it's kind of, I don't like that. I don't like how they're all about protocol and policy and code of conduct. It's like I did enough of that when I did my college course. I don't need any more policies or legislations or whatever the hell they're on about. But yeah, I kind of feel bad for these poor people. So I'm kind of, they kind of deserted. They didn't want to work anymore. But I respect that. So I just kind of want to. Something's happened here. I didn't kill these people. Did I? I don't think it. No, because I would have grabbed all this. Unless I just missed it. Yeah. So I kind of want to see how far this game goes in terms of giving you choices. I remember when I was reading the trailer and reading all the game descriptions, it really emphasized on, that's a weird plant, really emphasized on like how your decisions will determine the future, and there will be a different future kind of thing. Oh, it looks like power. And it was kind of based on that, you know, you can either make good decisions or bad decisions. So I really hope it's not just you don't get to decide here, you need to do it. And I hated that. They did that in Fallout 3, I think. Obviously Obsidian wasn't a part of that, but they kind of, in that game, they kind of forced you to side. I mean, I always side with the good people, but I didn't like that I was forced to.
Stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Who said that? Oh.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Okay, I'm looking for Adelaide and East
Answers,
Masters.
huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
I'm looking for the geothermal plant. Anything about it? Reed says something about someone living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about the geothermal plant,
The
right?
geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Well, look at you, buzzing around the Aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry.
Sorry about
That
that.
was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Oh. Oh! I know Zoe.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, Marauder Camp. Is she alright?
She's become one of them.
Queen of the Marauders, huh? That's what comes of watching serials. Rots your gray. If you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some Marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged.
Oh. How can I find
Over in the
Adelaide?
hothouse, tending crop.
Cool.
I'll
Questions
tell
about
you what I
Zoe.
can.
How well do you know her?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
You seem so personal, can't imagine. Let's use this.
What is it?
Yeah, let's not insult people. I mean, she may be a bit funny, but... Alright, so the world is really open, like... You can just walk into, like, establishments. That's desert.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Desert. So I can still do stuff, but I better not. Let's sleep for a couple of hours so, like, we can actually see better. Okay. Sorry, I just clicked that button. Every time that comes up, it's just so you know, it's just so I've like paused, like the video and that, because there might be an interruption or a loud noise, and I don't want it disturbing. How do I get out of this house? This way. I couldn't figure it out. So I want to find this Stefan dude, but I also want to see Adelaide. Deserter. This looks like a bar or a canteen. Ooh. That was weird. Yeah, let's not do that. Maybe she was gonna attack me. At least I had warning.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Who? I wish they would like move where I'm looking so I can like see who she's on about. Is that?
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Must be. He kind of looked like a girl. I didn't realise it was a bloke.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
So, oh, there's Thomas. So this is a workbench.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
My ship
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Okay. So we can either choose today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted. Do I? I'll let you know if I find anything. You mentioned 2 pad. What about the 3rd?
Wish I knew. I wagered the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the 3rd's gone, I can't say. No kidding! Really? Well, which one?
Part 1 found at the Community Center Archive.
Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Ooh, 300-bit cartridges. I'll let you know if I find any
Sure,
others.
I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
So we said one was in town.
What's on your mind?
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious. We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Oh, See, this is what I like. I like how they're on their own. Not that I like that they're on their own, but I like that. Oh, that's cool. You know that they're not following the company. You know what I mean? He got let go. They literally just kicked him out because he couldn't work in a cannery. That's just wrong. It's all because like if he can't work, we don't feed him. It's literally like that. Alright, I can't seem to find this Stefan, whatever his name is. I'll have a quick run about, see if I can find anyone. I don't think I'm going to though, because it didn't, unless it's on that, where is it? That's it. Oh, look at that. Grace said that out of all the people in town, Stefan was the one close to her. Hopefully it tells me both. Oh. Alright, well we'll go speak to Adelaide to begin with. Maybe she'll give us a proposition.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
If you're, whatever your troubles with
sorry about that.
Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
I'm so sorry about that. I just skipped whatever that was. You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Okay. Read. Oh. Is this your
Oh, dear.
greenhouse?
The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised you managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
What's that you made yourself home out
A
here?
home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new root.
Okay. Oh, do you know, I can toggle the history. I was just thinking that. Like, what did she first say? If you're hungry, there's meat. Turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down, and I'll fetch you a poultice. If you have troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? Cool. Oh, that was rhymed. That rhymed. Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna say Reed Mittens.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You're living off part of this town, come up to the cannery. That's about it. Here, sort of going back to town is going to make amends.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
He's asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
We would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp is a power regulator. I need to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, You should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What have you got against the town? Oh, that's
You've
a bad
seen that miserable
decision.
excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
True. True that. About to say, her mum couldn't keep her because she had a special contract where she couldn't. It's like, what the fuck? It's literally like you're born into a life of servitude. That's basically it. They don't care about who you love, if you want to start a family. None of that. That's literally like the spare bit. That's literally like going on a company retreat is having a family. It happens once every few years. Okay. I don't like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side. I don't like that now.
I'm alright. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
Let's say, okay.
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
You have a point.
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
She's got me. You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
Alright, I consider
I
it.
trust you will listen to your conscience.
Yeah, love. This place is beautiful, a bit dark. I mean, it's the first time I've gone into a place and I'm thinking it's a bit funny in here. I like all the lights though. Do you know what? We're gonna help these people. Right. This is Stefan Garcia.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
Ooh, what are you saying, Jake?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
So I'm just looking what he offers. Jesus! 5,000! Oh my god! What the mad? What's it even got? This mod stuns and damages melee attackers. Oh, I suppose that's pretty good mod. Yeah, I don't need to buy anything. I was just having a look. Let's talk to you.
Something I can help you with?
Dude. Let's ask you about
You mean
Zoe.
Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened to Zoe that
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Tell me a little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
Was she acting strange before she
Can't say I
disappeared?
recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Okay. What was the surprise
The other
Zoe?
day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Any chance you can let me look up his
Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested?
Zoe's living with marauders nearby. I need something to tempt her back to camp.
Zoe's living with marauders? Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, sprat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with. Yeah, it could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of the Masked Marketeer. It's a collector's edition after all.
Okay, lie. She asked me to do this. Said she was angry with you. No. Persuade 10. Look at my face. Do I look like I give a damn about your show?
Yeah, you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words collector's edition. Here you go. Latest copy of the Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe we're all waiting on her.
Cool, dude. Cool beans. Alright. So that's where Zoe is. Abandoned industrial zone. And that's where the geothermal plant is. I think we're just gonna walk to where Zoe is. I mean, on the map it looks really far away, but she's literally like 300 meters away, and it's like, that's like 300 steps, isn't it? I'm not sure if you saw, I think it was part 1 of the side quest, so I think it'd be like part 5. Sorry, that sounded a bit confusing, didn't it? Yeah, so it would have been in part 5 we would have met Zoe.
You're fast.
Ooh, plasma rifle. Where was that? Damage 52 to 118. Jesus. Which one should we swap that out for? Is that a shotgun? Ah, so it does 82 just normal, but if you hold it in for like longer, it'll do 118. Gotcha. Oh, I thought it was a creature. Alright, yeah, so sorry. It was part 5, and we were getting a finger from one of these marauder dudes. Yeah, and she was here. Talk.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth.
She talks really funny.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Stefan told me about your favorite cereal.
So, you tracked me down just to gab about the Masked Marketeer? I am impressed.
I got it here. Yours if you promise to go back. Stefan wanted to
I
watch
see
you.
what's going on here. I'm being bribed. Well, it's working. I can't say no to my favorite cereal. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Take care. Yeah, I don't... That was a bit of a weird quest, to be very honest with you. What the fuck? That was weird. That was really weird. Right, let us, instead of going back to there, we will... Oh my god, where is it? Oh, it's there. We will go and do this. Divert power. So we'll pop to here. I'm just going to warn you, there's supposed to be a lot of thingies. Okay. Let's back away a bit, back away, back away. Oh my god, I'm still going all funny. What's that? Mechanical sentry. Right, I'm just gonna give myself a second. I'm gonna take a thingy. Hopefully that heals me. Just stop it from being blurry. Just okay, there we go. Ooh, look at all them things flying about. I'm just gonna save before we start this, just in case. I don't want to be reverted back miles away.
I've always wanted to poke around in here.
Oh. I'm not gonna walk into that, just in case.
Unexpected. Oh, careful. Watch out!
I didn't think I would be able to. Where is she just gone?
System required for adjacent target.
Oh, I like this plasma rifle. It's good. That's like this. Oh. Thank you, dude, for finding me. I can't shoot. Found me the way in. So yeah, you go to like the right. Sorry, I'm concentrating, so I'm not really focusing on talking. Nothing down there. No. Killed most of them at the beginning. Hack in 3 seconds. I really like this hacking. Disarm security fences. View recent logs. Arms. I'm gonna keep them armed. Spacer's choice guard. So I just feel like if they weren't, people would just come in here all the time, wouldn't they? Let's check all these. They have some good stuff that we can sell. Scientist. I think you can shoot them. Sorry. Yeah, you can. I didn't realise that. Energy cells. So, the good thing about these vending machines is if you have a high enough hacking skill, you can actually sell as you're going. So it kind of just makes everything a little bit easier. So I don't need any of this. I'm not gonna sell that, but I will eventually. So that I can sell all of this. Ring. All this stuff basically. It's just junk. But it's stuff you can, you know, you can get money for. Alright, let's quickly save again. And then we can pop in. Resume, come on. I wouldn't do it. Edgewater Summit, from the planet to your living room. That's quite a good slogan, to be honest. The earth. Oh. Oh. Plant worker. Another vending machine.
Off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Unexpected noise beginning security.
I need to stop that. I didn't want to waste a bullet. Where does this go to? The like head. Unlock office door. L. Brandon messages. From Space's choice. That serves as an informal notification of the company's displeasure towards your management. For exceeding staff budget. Please select 5 subordinates to be dismissed. From J. Brandon. Return to route. To be honest, I would probably hate to be like one of these main dudes, because like, you've got to, you know, you've got to be the one who makes sure you meet quota. But we're gonna have to go down there. Okay. Plant status. Master Control Terminal plant status. This access report brought to you by InSpace's choice. Emerald Vale geothermal plant operating at 22% efficiency. Plant is currently being distributed to Botanical Laboratory and Edgewater Saltuna. Warning, structural damage detected. Please redirect power. Oh. So we've just completed Stranger in a Strange Land, I think. Otherwise it's just updated. Master Control Terminal warning, safety failures detected, high likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage. Warning, redirecting power is an irreversible processing error. Power redirection function has failed. Manual override required. Please activate 3 electrical track switches. I knew there was going to be a catch. Right.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
Yeah, you say that, and it's not. Oh. Oh my god. How do you, like... I need 40. Use terminal. Unlock door. Enter passcode. Personal files. Automated message. Greetings. Side effect of life-threatening situation. Okay, great. Whatever. for this way down the stairs. Here's one. It is very useful to have this plasma rifle, so I would recommend finding it at that specific place. Paralog. It's hard to read these, to be honest. C. Higgins. Yeah, I'm finding these a bit difficult to read. They are quite small in text and things. So, you know, that's a little bit of a flaw. It could be cool if you could just increase text size or something. Optional Chester's passcode. That means we need to find Chester's dead body. Oh, that's so nasty. Oh, she made me jump then. Ah. Alright.
Go away, Phantom!
Who just said that? Hold on. Oh. Sorry, it was just on the bottom of the screen, it just kept like screaming at me. Should pass my weapon.
Phantom! No, just leave me alone! Get away! Go away, Phantom! You're not real. You're not real.
There he is.
Get away! Get away! You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot! Scram! You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Slow down, tell me what's going on.
Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Okay. What is it you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Salt Tuna Critic, Aetherweight Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sissy Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
I think he's just made that all up. So I think he's an engineer. So you were an engineer.
I specialize in auto mechanicals, drones, sentries. repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all for my old workroom just over in the next section.
Okay. Have you been living down here? This place has been abandoned for a while. What happened?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you weren't killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
Which is probably a good thing. If you worked on these mechanicals, you must know where to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
Okay. So we can either intimidate, which, or you can help me and I won't feed you to the sprats. Your call, persuade. I can deal with mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanicals follow the behavior of their logic manual. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at.
Oh, he's Chester.
Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Any idea where I can find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
Okay. How? I know. I mean, so, actually, hang on.
Forgot what you were gonna say? Me too.
Let's just leave that dude. You can see he's been... Oh look! Guide to Mechanical Engineering Volume 3! So that's what that is. Alright, so... Just so you know, it's likely that when we divert power, it's going to change who likes us and who doesn't. So if you're really into just you like Edgewater, you're gonna stay there, then I would like kind of side with that if you want. Right now my reputation with them is where is it? There it is. Revering. It's positive, but the thing is you can have both positive and negative. So I don't know whether you'll lose the positivity and gain negative, or you will keep the positive and gain negative. Because of this, I get 25% off, and I'm friendly with them. Alright, anyway, let's get back up to the top. Let's go find Chester's thingy. I knew it would back up here somewhere. It was up here, wasn't it? Here it is. Here we go. Leave terminal. Modify behavior. Select new mode. Select new target. Define intruders. Define intruders as the mechanicals. There we go. And you get to watch the chaos. So now I get to level up. I think you can't actually level up. Oh. Because of my power mechanic takes away from that. I think I'm gonna increase my melee and increase that. Ooh, lockpicking though at 20. Yes. And I get to now do a perk. Melee power attacks. By holding the attack button, you can charge up an overhead power attack that inflicts significant extra damage. Cool. Unlock power and okay. And now I get an extra perk. Toughness, 50% base health. I don't really use that tactical dilation, to be very honest with you. Walk speed, sprint speed, company crit chance, additional ammo stock. I'm not really buying any at the moment. I might use that. It's either XP from companion kills or that. Okay, we'll do that because it's in the long run. I can have more XP, we're gonna level up quicker. Alright, divert power. Okay, so that's sorted. Now let's figure out how to activate the second switch. I think it's below. I need to get more mag picks. I wonder if you can buy them. New workbench. Plasma rifle. I'm not changing that to shock. It would ruin damage, right? What's this? Magnum. Oh yeah. Increased size. Is that all I've got? I don't want shock. I will give that. Oh, that's already installed on that. Oh my god. My alarm is set off. Anyway, I think we're gonna just stop here. I'm coming up to the end of the video. And we will continue our journey to divert the power and make up a decision on which, or where we want to divert the power to. Thank you for watching. I hope you join us in part 8.